Good morning and welcome back to day 2 of the ensuite bathroom build from nothing. I say from nothing, I mean I did obviously start with a slight shower cubicle area here, but essentially it is in the middle of a bedroom. Alright, so I'm counting that as a new build. So, watch the video from yesterday if you don't know what's going on. Today it's all about new stuff. So, what I'm going to do is, this pipe that I showed you yesterday, which kind of goes into the cavity, shoots down into the garage, is only 32mm. Now, ideally you want 40mm because we're going to be running a bath, shower, sink, macerator tool. I mean, macerator tools work for 32mm, that's fine, but to get a good flow on it, you really do want 40mm. And it's not a long piece of tube, it's not long at all. So you could get away with it, but I don't like getting away with it. I like over-engineering. So my plan today is I'm going to rip this bit of wood out. I did say so I'm going to try and keep it. And I will try to. It depends how willing it is to come out. I may have to be persuasive. So I'm going to try and get that out, which will be fine. Which will allow me plenty of access. I'll show you, because it's quite tight in here at the minute, with obviously the wood and stuff in the way. So I want to kind of get into there. So taking this out, it's going to make my life a little bit easier. So I'm going to whip that bad boy out. Then what I'll do is do a video downstairs showing, oh, look at the light flare. Oh, Hollywood style now. Oh yes. So go down there, I'll show you the garage, I'll show you where it comes out, where it goes into the concrete downstairs. So obviously I can convert it all to 40mm up until it goes into the base, into the concrete, and then that's it. I can't do anything else from that point. But at least I know everything I've got running will go in there, and it won't be long before it kind of hits the drain at that point anyway. So all good. So whip that out. I'm then going to have a look at plumbing here. A random thing yesterday, I turned the valve on, which is there, you can see, because you're not blind. And a teeny tiny piddle of water come out. So I don't know whether this, I think, because I've done a couple of other bathrooms here on this job, like over that side of the house, there might be some isolators up here. I think maybe there's a problem with the shower at some point, so they might have shut it down up there. So I'm gonna double check up there to see what's what, to make sure these are still connected, which I'm sure they are, but I think they've been isolated. So I'll see what's going on there, turn them back on if they are switched off, make sure we've got hot and cold definitely coming down here, and then we can sort this out. So my plan will be for these bad boys is to basically run them down to a nice level. So you can just see there's an access panel there, which on the other side of the staircase, as you go down the staircase, you've got the ramp that kind of comes above your head. It's just literally there. So that means we can just lean through there, and then that'll be our primary shut-off valves for the entire bathroom. So I've got two massive 22mm full bore valves, which will quarter turn, always quarter turn, much better. So we'll get those in position sort of around here-ish, ready. And obviously our shower pump's going to go there because we've got power for it as well. I did not build that shelf. That's a bit crap, right, so I'll sort that out as well. So get the plumbing down there before I kind of want to block this off and actually make some nice unique bits and pieces out of it. So I need plumbing done, I need the waste in and ready, and then I can sort of look and think about like building this out then and packing it out. So yes, that's my plan. So I'm going to get off, dismantle that bugger and see what's what. I'll be back in a bit. Right, so here we are in the garage. You can see there's a garage. There are cars outside. This is inside. Here we have my pipe. So you can see it comes out the wall like a thus. Comes down here. I'll put a dust sheet down, but I'll uncover it because it's you. And you can see there, it goes in there. So there's a joint down there. So that comes in from the bathroom downstairs, toilet. And that's the sink that's coming into that in a second. And it also disappears into the floor, which you can see. So, you can see it's not a massive one. I've just stuck a tape measure from my bathroom at the top down into the cavity and measured. This is like 1/2 metre in the wall. I've put my torch down there and my camera. It's amazing what these phones can do. You stick them in some right little places. Don't go there. 1/2 metre from there upwards is perfectly fine, and then down there. So like I say, it's not a massive run, but while we're here doing the job properly, we'll take this all out, convert it back into 40mm, chase this up now, and then that'll mean that I know I've got 40mm from right here, right down into the base. Happy days. Always worth doing this stuff while you're doing it, because if there is a problem, after I've built all that unit and made it all beautiful, it'll be a right pain in the arse to undo it all, to simply do this then. So let's do it now, get it done right. So what I'm gonna do is, normal saw, chop the pipe. I'm gonna get my SDS drill, because I've had a quick chisel this, because sometimes when they put a bit of the cement around it, they do it really soft because they're not bothered about knocking up some hard stuff. But whoever done this was way OTT with the actual the cement in it, and it's really tough as old houses. So it's like, right, so I'm going to get my basher out, knock it out, cut the pipe, get a big hole, and then poke a bit of 40mm pipe up there and see where we land. It's very exciting for a Friday morning. I do like that. Right. So welcome back. So I say welcome back, it's been about 2 hours because I've been doing other bits and pieces as well. Not to do with this bathroom though, so I am doing another job for this lady, and it's going to be building a brand new kitchen, so walls down, loads and loads of work, massive thing, but that'll be later on, that'll be the next job. But been discussing that, which is slowing me up here, but I have managed to chase this bad boy out now, and where are we? Can you just see? So I don't know if you can just see up the hole. The problem I got, and it's quite a big one, well, ish, it kind of goes into the wall, and it goes up. Now, I assumed it would go straight up into that bedroom where you saw a minute ago, but it doesn't. It goes in, up, and then it crosses. That's where it tees up to my space. So basically goes in, straight up, and then across. So I'll never get all that pre-made again back into this space. So, thinking outside the box, because we're British, and dang it, that's what we do. So, I've gone back into the bedroom, and where that pipe originally comes into the space, obviously you've got like breeze block, that is the second part of the skin, which is outside the house. So I've done a few measurements, I've punctured through that, because if you could just see up there, there's a void. Let me grab my torch and I'll show you. There you go, laddie. I was near, get a raise. I'm here all week, a couple of weeks actually. So you can now see I've poked that 22mm pipe out, so that is now where my water, my 40mm pipe is going to go. So basically it will obviously come out of there, I then bring it down, across, around, and then connect it onto just down there. So, in a roundabout way, that was quite an easy solution. So, happy days. It just so happened that all worked out nicely to have that void to access. Beautiful, amazing. So, I can leave that alone now. I know I'm going to be able to run my waste in. I know I can get it into 40mm straight along there. Brilliant. So, I'm going to go up, measure up some other bits and pieces, and I'll show you what I'm up to next. Back upstairs now. So, my next job, how much like curiosity, is this valve. So this valve is currently open. This should be pissing water absolutely everywhere. Open, no water, and it's open. Curious, sir. So, I'm going to nip up into the loft and see if I can find some isolators and see what the hell is going on. I do love a mystery. I love a loft. Right, mystery solved on the cold. So over here, these are the hot and cold feeds. The top one is the cold, bottom one is the hot. The cold has got two isolators in place, and one of them was closed. So I've opened it back up again because actually water flows much better when the valves are open. On the hot side though, we've got an isolator there. It is in the open position. We have no water. So one of two things, either there's a blockage or there's an airlock. So what I'm going to do is jump back down, open up the valve. I should at least get cold water now because that's now open. If no hot comes through, what I'll do is I will turn the cold off up here again. I will then get my water hoover and I'll put that on to the bottom of the pipe and see if I can pull through and get the airlock out. So I'm going to jump down again, but sometimes it's simple things. It's always something simple for this sort of stuff. So obviously valve being closed, and I reckon there's an airlock. I've had a look, I've traced that back to the source, to the hot water cylinder where it comes up. There's no other isolators in place. It's not the same thing causing the issue, so it's not just like one isolated for some reason. So I should try that and see where I get to. So back down I go. Happy days. I've turned the valve on and there's mucho cold water coming through the valve, which is splendiferous. So now, again, I'm going to turn the cold back off again. The reason I'm doing it is because I don't want to suck my hoover and just like pull loads of cold water in. I'd rather just focus that power and energy on just putting the hot water through. So my hoover is down. Where is it? Oh, actually it's in the shed, garage. I was looking at little Henry there going, he's not the one, he won't do it, that'll break him quickly. So I'm going to get that, turn it off and try and see what we can do. Right, so after trying to suck it out, again, no jokes, it's a clean channel. Doing that, I've tried just turning the isolation valve, doing a few other little tips and tricks. I'm now satisfied that basically, I think the valve's fine, we know the cold water's fine. So what I've done is I've done both of these nuts on this valve, and I actually have got water coming from both sides. So basically, it's just the valve itself is completely and utterly FCUK. So what I'm gonna do now is I'll turn off the hot and cold up there on the isolators. So what I'm gonna do is basically I'll undo these nuts, use a special water sucking hoover to suck out the water that's gonna be sort of residually left in the pipe. And then I'm going to set up in a minute, like ready to straight connect. I've got over here somewhere. And if I've been smart, I'll set these up. There you go. So quarter turn, I'll turn it around. Turn it around, quarter turn. Hot, that cold one, and a hot one. Done and dusted. 22, full bore, so we're getting as much water as possible through it, so we're not like pinching down the pressure, as you don't really want to do that. You want to give the pump as much as you can feed, so that'll be going there. And I'm going to position those, like I say, somewhere down, sort of hither somewhere, once I've put some screws in the shelf, which is very nice. So that's going to be it. So basically, open these, suck off the water. Once that's done, cut here, pipe work down, valves going straight in there. So I'm going to set these up and I'll show you what I've done and why I've done it, because it's genius. So good news, when I cut the hot water tap or the hot water pipe, loads of water come out of that thing, so we've got a great flow of hot water in it. Obviously it was isolated, but I was sucking it out with the hoover again. But I had to change tack because we've now gone here, okay? So there you go. Quarter turn isolating valves, you cannot beat them, okay? They are the ultimate way of shutting down the water bloody quickly. You haven't got to rush and find a screwdriver, you've got to piss and fart around, you just go, oh no, click, and we're done. Right, so these will be the master switches for this bathroom. So obviously turn off the hot and cold to everything. Everything will have its own independent like isolating valves anyway, so the sink will, the shower will, the toilet will. But it's always good to have a master one as well. Now I had to change tack because when I ordered a ton of materials from Wix, there was loads of fixture fitting, loads of like plumbing stuff, loads of little bits and pieces, so I never go through and check everything. They didn't actually give me any 22mm straight couplers, which I originally was just going to like couple push fit, and I was going to put these further down here. In retrospect though, I think they may have done me a very slight favour. So what the plan is, obviously now they're going to stay here. When I have this unit built, and this wall's going to be 18mm MDF, so I'm going to be ready to go. So it'll be 18mm, 18mm, 18mm. I will buy an access panel hatch, which you get from Screwfix or online or anywhere. That'll be yay big, comes across there, boom, okay? It's plastic. Screwdriver in, boom, open it, straight in, everything's turned off. Because accessing this from the staircase, it is all well and good, and it really is. But this will be speedier, by far. This is where the pump's going to sit, so this will have its own isolating valves anyway, because it'll come with those pre-built onto the feeds. What we'll do is this white plastic panel, we'll paint it the same colour that we're going to paint the internal of this unit. So it'll be seamless. I would have changed tack, had the plumbing bit on this side. The reason being, because as you come through the door, you kind of look over to what will be absolutely beautiful bespoke built buildings, you'd kind of see the access panel, even though it's painted. But because it's on this return wall, you see nothing. So even when you're in the bath, looking straight ahead, you won't really see it, okay? Happy days. Check the client, absolutely over the moon, job's a good one, I'm happy, they're happy. So far today, lots of talk about kitchen, which is amazing. Hot and cold, now isolated. I know there's definitely water flooding through there, so we are golden. And sorted out the 40mm waste issue. So that is great. That's kind of like the biggest plumbing bits and pieces sorted. I'm gonna drop this rad on Monday. The radiator will be moving over here, and it's gonna be a proper posh, one of those big, tall, really decorative, really modern radiators, which I cannot wait to fit. It's a real statement piece. Oh, like all my work is, obviously. But there you go, so that's that done. So I don't know what's the time. I don't know, time. I think it's nearly home time now. So I think that's it for today. So I hope you've enjoyed this. It's been a lot of up and down. This is the random thing about fitting bathrooms. You have to just constantly pivot on the fly because you don't know what you're quite dealing with. You try and figure things out. But with a little bit of know-how, you can do it. My last top tip for when you're fitting any compression joints is to use some stuff. Where did I put it? I put it down over here. So basically around the olive, I always put, can you see that? I'll get you out of the sunlight, you can see better. LSX, and it's by Fernox. So basically what this does, it's a liquid, well, it's a real sticky jelly stuff that goes around the olive. Once you kind of slid the joint, the part on, the compression joint, you know exactly where the olive's gonna sit. Put the olive on there, wrap it around with this stuff, put the thing on, dump the nut, it'll never leak. Because that basically sets once it goes off and fills any gaps. I mean, compression joints are bloody brilliant regardless anyway. So just putting it on again, over engineer, you won't have a problem and you're golden. I said that a lot today, I like golden. It's a golden day, yeah. And it is because it's beautiful outside. So there you go. Right, this is a Friday for me. I don't know when you're watching, but it is. So have a great weekend, have a great rest of your week. Whatever you're up to, enjoy. I'll see you later.